Good morning, everyone. This is Carol Fraser from C4 Talent, and this week's article is about resiliency. I've been reading a lot of articles on LinkedIn and Facebook about people asking basic questions in their fields and looking for support. And it's really shown me that we are lacking a significant methodology around how to prepare somebody for their next opportunity, or even for a stretch assignment, or helping to mentor a new person. So if you've ever found yourself in a role where you felt like diving into the deep, feels like you're there without a life jacket. I know that's an old adage, but I feel something about today just feels like I'm about to jump into a swimming pool without the life jacket, right? It's hard sometimes to navigate all of that stuff, primarily because you're usually freaking out at the time. So it's not really uncommon to be thrust into roles that feel completely unprepared for, or you may actually be unprepared for real, like you may not even know. But it's precisely those moments of uncertainty that test our mettle and our fuel for growth. So I wanted to go over a couple of different types of people that kind of rise to the occasion and emerge stronger, usually, despite all of the odds. So the first one is the accidental leader. So picture a diligent team member, individual contributor with an impeccable technical skills and suddenly promoted to a managerial role. We know that there's likely not a manager 101 before they're ready to go. So while she may lack prior experience in leadership, the deep understanding of the team's work does allow that person to lead by example. And the benefit of that is they have a hands-on approach to foster maybe a sense of camaraderie and trust within the team. But the setback is going to lie in her learning curve as they navigate the complexities of management without any formal training. You can also figure that person's probably going to have some stumbling blocks leading and or disciplining and or growing without some sort of support to help them do that for their team members. The next one are those people who are given kind of a stretch project. They're called the unexpected innovators. So picture like a marketing specialist assigned to spearhead a new project outside of their expertise. So usually there's a little apprehension at the beginning, but one thing they do bring is a completely fresh perspective, and that actually helps to spark innovation and also can help to move that project faster because a different way of thinking about it has come into play. So the advantages here are pretty evident. The unconventional approach can yield great outcomes that traditional methods might overlook. However, the challenge here lies in the potential resistance from colleagues accustomed to their way, their conventional practices. Those are the moments when communication skills, influencing skills, emotional intelligence are going to be key to the success of the individual and of the project. Then there's the resilient entrepreneur. We've seen a lot of people hang a shingle out these days, a lot of people dipping their toe into the entrepreneurial waters. It is a tough road. They say people are born to be entrepreneurs. It's not something that you all of a sudden decide to do. It just takes a very high level of resilience and creativity. So picture a small business owner faced with a sudden market shift. Now, despite that uncertainty, and let's face it, we've got a ton of uncertainty nowadays, they do adapt swiftly, and they're leveraging their agility to kind of pivot in their business model. Now, the benefit is their resistance not only ensures that they have a higher chance of survival, but it could position them for future growth. But however, or nevertheless, the setback may entail some short-term disruptions, and you may not have the right staff or even the right tools if you are a solopreneur to go the long term. A lot of people have the ability to just pivot in the moment and withstand the storm. However, long term, there needs to be education, there needs to be mentorship, there needs to be a community that you can lean into. And then the next one, the last one, I'll give you an example, is the reluctant mentor. So I always think about this from an HR perspective. So like picture a seasoned HR professional tasked with mentoring somebody new, somebody junior on their team. Now, I see a lot of them get excited to try to mentor them. However, they are missing the fact that assuming a mentorship role, while it provides experience to help prove transformation, because it's imparting knowledge and guidance, and you get to nurture the next generation of talent, it does become difficult to balance mentorship duties with existing responsibilities. And this is how our HR people get burnout. We're tapped on the shoulder all too often to say, hey, can you help with this, help with that? And as kind of the corporate caregivers, we want to help. But remember, it's the whole, I wish somebody would come up with a new thing other than the oxygen mask, but you got to put your oxygen mask on first before you put on somebody else's. Just make sure that you are taking care of yourself. So look, in each one of these scenarios, each one of them confronted unfamiliar roles to varying degrees of readiness, but they were resilient and adaptable and willing to learn. And they not only could surmount those challenges, but those moments are when you actually start to uncover hidden strengths. So look at it this way, we have to work together. We have to kind of build this. We have to try new things. It's important to embrace growth and transformation. It's important to be ready, even if the challenge is scary. And it's about having the courage to really face them head on, because you will emerge stronger than before. At the very least, you're learning something new. And at least in my book, more knowledge is growth and also helps to propel others around you. My name is Carol Fraser. I'm the CEO of C4 Talent. Have a wonderful day.